Good morning, folks. All right. There's been a lot of commotion in Indiana with a lot of stuff going on. Uh, yeah, I do believe they got proof of the corruption. Uh, and that's led to this chemical warfare in Indiana and in surrounding areas. Uh, do I believe they did use the chemicals? I do believe they did, right? And where does the corruption lie? Well, people made calls, right? People were filming it. People made calls. Nothing was done, right? People wanted to press charges against certain branches, certain uh, people, but it never went through. But what ended up happening was the people that were making the complaints got arrested. The one guy passed away from being tased 3 times. They split his head open. They broke his nose. It was horrible. Blood everywhere. But why are the people that are making the calls, you know, com- complaints against these people, and nothing is being done? And that's what led to the chemical warfare in Indiana. Now, do I think it's going to stop? No, it ain't going to stop, folks. It's a power struggle. We have our own presidents that believe that everything is corrupt. Even the police departments, folks. Everything's gone to this gang, whatever, biker club or whatever, out here with Rolling Thunder or whatever, Mike Pence or whatever it was. You know, that's what led to the retaliation of chemical warfare in Indiana. Is that's what happens when you get nothing done, and it's corrupt. They are actually holding people hostage here in Indiana. Literally. They think it's a joke. I'm like, no, literally. Some kind of a demon or entity or chemical that they used is hypnotizing their ass. So a lot of people made the right calls. It was all recorded. People made the calls. No police showed up, which we already knew that there was a list of cops that are corrupt, right? We've already caught a bunch of these cops banging one broad. I think she was 19 or whatever. They were passing her all around, their own little prostitute whore or whatever they call it. And the same thing is being said now about some of the women in this town where I live in, LaGrange. That some of these cops are banging all these broads or whatever. So, do I think this is going to lead to more chemical attacks against Indiana? Yes. And here we are, the citizens, and we're stuck in between their little uh, screw toy, right? Because somebody called the cops or reported one of their little toys that they use, right? So, do I think this will go further? Yes. Do I think actually cops will end up dying? Probably. Yes. Most definitely. Right. See, what they failed to understand is some of these people that these cops and these women or people around here in this Indiana state messed with are higher ups, meaning they'll kill that cop. No doubt in my mind. And there won't be no repercussions because these people failed to do their jobs and check out the history of these people that they were scamming, that they were brainwashing, terrorizing. So, do I think this will lead to more chemical attacks and war in America? Most definitely. Do I see more police officers being killed? Yes. Um, Just because you wear a badge don't mean you're God. So it's all gone crazy. I'm reporting on it. They keep saying they're going to take everything away. Just keep your mouth shut. You know, well, we're about ready to join this war with some heavy, heavy, heavy weaponry, right? Now, of course, we want Brian Kohlberger. That's it. We want to talk to him in Indiana about the Delphi case, right? How many were there? We want to also find out the whole deal going on with the Idaho 4 case. Hop, skip, and a jump away from Indiana, right? Is it a big, big group of people? Yes. It's a holy war, folks, that these people created. Do you understand? A holy war, this whole thing that these people let go for so long. Now, well, I do believe they have the mixture just right. They finally found the right mixture, and it is pure death. And it's going to be released in America, folks. In Indiana. No doubt about it. We all been watching it unfold right in front of our eyes in Indiana. Even up north here, even up in Michigan, they gone nuts. So do I think they did use chemical warfare? Sure. Sure. It explains everything. It explains the defect in the kids that are being born out here. It explains everything. Sure does. Now, are they that corrupt where they're buying people? Yeah. It's corrupt. But here's the thing. They've already there's one guy who's already come out and said he'll bury this town. Right? They've already come out and said this whole KK thing or whatever that's going on in Indiana. They'll bury this whole state with chemicals. They've been making it for I don't know how many years. It's been all over the news, people. Right? These people, it's been all over the news. They've been making these biological chemicals for many years out here. So, do I think it's time that we're going to see this unfold? And yes, innocent civilians will die. No doubt about it. What are they doing? I have no idea, folks. Right? They're practicing witchery, sorcery. Oh, they allow this around, and this is what happens to a town, and this is what happens to a country. So, do I think there's going to be more deaths? Yes. There's no doubt about it. Massive amounts? Yes. I surely do. Is there anything we could do? No. No. Police want revenge against police want revenge against these people that have been calling the police, right? The cops don't even want to do their job around here, right? Numerous people have called. There's cameras all over. These folks are on film. They don't even know it. This whole town is on satellite photo. Knows every person, every cop, where they live, everything. Right now, are they corrupt? Yes. Are the cops going to be hit for what they did? I imagine so. I imagine them cops will be hit for what they did. Nobody likes the cops, folks. Why? Because they arrest the wrong people and they don't do their jobs, and we have caught too many of them, and they are corrupt. No way around it. So, will the higher up government branches take out these corrupt police? I do believe they will. Is a war just about ready to break out? I think so. I think a war is it's imminent. There's no way around it. They want these people that are all tatted up, right? It's in the Bible. Holy rollers are coming through, right? If they don't do it with pistols, they'll do it with chemicals. They don't do it with chemicals, no, they'll do it with something else, right? Massive amounts of TNT or whatever. So I think these people have really caused us, American people, havoc, madness. And it explains. I don't think there will be any retaliation for them cops dying, not after what they did. There will now, no, there ain't no one going to jail for it. They're corrupt. There's too much evidence on them. They will be taken out, right? We all know the chain of command. You understand? Higher ups, government. Okay, they will take out a cop if they find that cop to be bad, right? Leaking info, sleeping with our kids, banging all these bitches or whatever. Yeah, I do believe that chemical warfare is imminent in Indiana. There ain't nothing anyone can do about it, folks. The cops are afraid of these pricks, right? They're all trying to protect this one mother uh, vagina or whatever that they're all banging, you know. And it's come to an end, folks. So I do want to thank everyone. I want to thank Bobby Kennedy. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Mr. Trump. Boy, Mr. Trump, they really stuck it in your ass. People were dying like flies around here, and they stuck your name right on the front building of this place, right on the name. It's gone now. As soon as all this mass death happened out here, they took his name down out of the. Well, it's a political war. It's a political war. I even got photos of the sign that they put up over the signs that said what the name of this place was or the town. So I think it's intimate or whatever they call it, that biohazard biological chemicals will be used again in America. And good luck, government, right? Listen, they left the United States government with no option but to burn this bitch down, or it's going to get hit with chemicals, right? They know it. Everyone knows it. Homeland Security knows it. CIA, FBI. If they don't come out here and handle Indiana and these corrupt bitches out here, it's going biological. I'll tell you that. They've already proved it. They've already done it. They've already spread ricin and all kinds of shit out here, right? These gangbangers that they just let run, or organizations or whatever. So it's intimate. Do I think it'll be happening again? I surely do. Will it be CV? Will they blame it on something else? Yes. Matter of fact, there's a new sickness popping up in another country, and I'm giving it about 6 months, if that, and it'll be all over here in America, folks. And that's when this chemical biological stuff will be released. And you're going to have millions and millions dead. And they'll just say, well, it was something else. So are we dealing with a witch? Yes, we are, folks. We are making the Bible real. They're sending you folks right back to 1800s, right? Biological chemical warfare is unedible in America. They let these people make so much of it. There ain't nothing they could do. And they can't stand cops. They can't stand the cops. They can't stand that little bitch that's running around with them that they're protecting. They can't stand her. They can't stand any of these people. And as American citizens, and we're innocent, we have nothing to do with this little gang thing that they're, whatever it's called. We're stuck in the middle of this. right? We get people being beat down out here by cops, right? When people have called 50 times, it's all documented, everything. And there was no arrest made. So I imagine, yeah, it's just, there's nothing anyone could do. Good morning, Kiki man. Nothing anyone could do. We're innocent people stuck in this war between God and the devil and the government and the states, right? The federal government against the states. Now, these states all think it's fine and dandy, right? They all got Indiana surrounded, right? Every state around Indiana has legalized cannabis. Indiana is the only state that didn't legalize it for regular use. All the rest of the states did around. Indiana's giving them trouble. So it's imminent, right? You're dealing with billions, quadrillions of dollars that these drug companies or cannabis companies are bringing in, right? Some are bringing in 4 or 5 million a day, right? Indiana's sitting in the middle of it and don't want nothing to do with it, picking everybody, arresting everybody. The good old boys down there, South Indiana, whatever, they're, this whole thing, this whole massive thing that these people created has caused innocent deaths. And there's no way around it. There probably will be more biological attacks in America. And this is what happens when you have proof, stone cold proof, that it's corrupt. Right? It's stone cold proof that people were called, people told the police they wanted to file a complaint, they wanted to press charges. Nothing was done. Nothing was done. The people that were trying to work on that case down there in Delphi, hell, they about killed me for not buying their shit in Delphi, right? In the Delphi case, the murder of Abby and Libby. So it's imminent. There's no way around it. Maybe another 5-10 million people dead in America will show that these people are sick and tired of authority. They're sick and tired of all of it, right? So there ain't nothing we could do about it. Just hunker down. Stay at home if you can, folks. Winter's coming. Sickness is going to be all over the place, folks. Right? It's going to be a wave. The old flu bug's coming back. Right? They haven't solved anything. Nada. You got media causing wars. You got corrupt people around here causing wars. You got people retaliating against each other. That it's even in this little small town, folks. It's everywhere. That's why I'm trying to tell you, we're going to burn the bitch down to the ground. You understand, folks? Completely. I agree with Congress and Senate and all of them. It's corrupt. You got to burn it down and start over. Massive amounts of death and bodies, yes. But it is the only way. You gave the American people so much freedoms that they'll kill a cop in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, there's new videos out on YouTube yesterday telling people, if you're going to go to jail for anything, even hurting a kid, if you kill a cop on the street, you're going to be a king in prison, folks. Do you understand that, folks? Do you folks understand what I'm telling you? They are now promoting to kill the cop. And you will be a king. If you rape children, whatever, you kill them cops, you are going to be a king in prison. And that is the truth. I can testify to that. You kill a cop and you go to prison, it's gonna be like a 5-star hotel, man. Whether you raped kids, whether you raped old lady, whatever you folks did, you kill them cops and you're gonna be a king if you get caught in prison. If you don't get caught, well, then I guess they'll be happy. But they're actually making videos now telling people, you kill a cop and come into prison, you're gonna get the thumbs, you're gonna get the extra snacks, you're gonna get the extra pillows and blankets. You're gonna get yourself to watch TV. They love cop killers. No way around it. They are. That is the truth, folks. I'm trying to be honest with these people. They think it's a joke. I'm like, oh no, it's no joke, man. You're gonna see massive amounts of people dying here soon. Hell, we're all dying from the last attack. They've been driving, and people can't figure out. Well, why is everyone going crazy? It's gas. What a bunch of idiots. They got to be dumber than a box of rocks. It's biological chemicals. That's why they're going nuts. Bunch of idiots. So it's and here we are. We got disability. We're just trying to survive. I should be in the couch, not doing nothing, relaxing. Right, my back is shot, my brain is shot. Can't. You won't survive. You're not going to make enough on disability. You ain't going to make enough on Social Security unless you were some kind of a millionaire and paid a lot of money into Social Security. Then you'll get that back. But the rest of us that just worked normal jobs and paid into Social Security or disability or whatever, you don't make a lot of money, folks. So people got to get odd jobs to survive. So do I think that it's going down in America? Sure, I told you, it's just a couple months away, man. It's just a couple months away. Hell, I wouldn't trust anybody either. I'll tell you what, these people have gone nuts. They're killing their own children. And they think it's okay because the Bible said better to chop off the hand that feeds you than to whatever. So is it going to be a mess? Oh, it's going to be a real mess. I'm telling you, folks, massive amounts of death. They think it's a joke. No, Grandpappy already told me about this shit, right? We already went through this. The guy's name was Hitler. It's happening, and it's going to happen again in America. And there ain't nothing anyone could do about it, right? These people have brainwashed everybody. It's our own government killing us, right? Nobody does anything. Nothing. Everyone's waiting for God, right? Now they're saying it's Jesus. He's on earth, but he's tattooing people with the number 6 and telling everybody, no, that's not what the Bible said. The Bible said Jesus is coming back to chop your heads off. That's what's happening with the fiery truth, sword of truth or whatever, right? It'll happen the way in the Bible, folks. Massive amounts of dead people, and we will leave them laying in the streets, just like the Bible said. The streets will be filled with blood, and they will lie there. No one will not do nothing. They will lie there so people can see that they're nuts. It's crazy. I have a disability, right? Concussions, problems, but these people are past crazy. They're psychos. And some of them are in the government, in the military, in the police force, within politics, even the churches. And this was imminent that America goes down in flames. Why? Because America let it happen. The fake Messiah came in and they all thought it was Jesus. And that's what happened, folks. Massive amounts of death. Ain't nothing anyone can do. Nobody, nothing. So are these people actually telling the truth? Yes. I watched 3 videos yesterday of people saying, if you're coming to prison, kill a cop. And you're going to be treated like a king. Your sins will be forgiven. Right? That's what they're saying on these videos. And that's the truth. They ain't joking about that. I don't know why people don't see what's happening. Now, the other thing is the massive cult. Is it some kind of a cult? Yes. Right? We already had that one cult out here in Indiana that killed I don't know how many people. They all killed themselves. Right? Yeah, it's horrible. What can you do? Not much. What can you do? The only thing you could do, if you don't want to be imprisoned, move out of Indiana. Hell, the water's so bad out here anyways, there's an oil sheen on it. Take a lighter and probably light it on fire. Right? Small little town, but you got five, let's see, you got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You got 3, 4 gas stations in this small little tiny town. Something's leaking. Something's doing something. Where's the oil sheen coming from? The gas sheen coming from on top of the water, right? In your toilet, when you flush the toilet, everyone's like, what is going on? Why is the water? I have no idea, folks. Right? I imagine it's probably something chemical or something. Or finally, the ground is finally seeped up. There ain't nothing but farm fields around here, people. Put 2 and 2 together. Right? Finally, all the crap they've been pumping in the ground for the farmers or whatever has made it into the water table. Either that or somebody got inside the water treatment plant and contaminated the water. It's that easy, folks. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. And people fail to see it. They can't fathom it. Their brains cannot fathom that this is really happening. In America, the greatest country in the world. Right? Right underneath their noses. They ain't as good as they think, folks. It was old tactics that worked against the massive United States. What they thought was technology that was unstoppable. And the Trojan horse came in. And we have proved technology is only as good as the people that create it or the people that use it. Right? So what do I think's happening? Retaliation. Do I think more people are going to die? Yes. Do I think police are going to die? Yes. Do I think massive amounts of people are going to be dying? Probably. I wouldn't, I mean, everything points to it, right? Are they going to be prosecuting witches and sorcerers just like we did back in the olden days? Yes. That has been proven that these are evil, right? They just pop up out of nowhere claiming that they're FBI, police, or and then you go and you call the police, and we don't have anybody that works for us there, and we don't have anybody that, this is what we've been dealing with. They don't even uphold their own laws that they make in Indiana, folks. So do I think it's imminent that this is going to keep continuing to happen until Indiana gets rid of these people? Yes. Yeah. The prisons have become more powerful than the United States government. And they're pissed. The government is pissed. How did this happen? We are the biggest country in the world. Mr. Trump, if you don't realize that the United States prison system is the most powerful thing in the world, I don't know what to tell you. You've created a monster. And we're going to let this monster feed in America. Ain't nothing anyone could do. It's a war between God and the devil. And it's a war between federal government against state. Right? People are like, stand up with, I ain't standing up with you idiots. I hope you folks got biohazard suits and chemicals, masks and everything. I ain't making a stand with you idiots. You idiots are idiots. Complete idiots. It's imminent. Ain't no way anybody can do anything. Nada. Zero. I can tell you what would have to be done. But there ain't no way this government has got the balls to do it. Bunch of pansies. So, good luck in America, folks. Everyone, where are you? Are you in America? Don't worry about where I am, folks. I am everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I got nothing for America. People are like, oh my God, this is great. Your freedoms. Yeah, your freedoms. You're right. They are my freedoms not to be involved with you idiots and your gangbanging associations and your biker clubs and all this secret society shit and YouTube, your trafficking. I have the right not to be a part of it. If I want to join the opposing team and wipe this country out, that's my right. I would rather wipe it out than let it go to all you sick ass people that think that there's power in numbers and the only way to get to me is through my kids. I got no family left. You killed them all, you little bitches. Bunch of sissy pansies. One effing man from Chicago took out a bunch of cocksucking whore bitches, gangbanging, whatever you want to call these people. Right? That's what they're telling me. I don't know. One dude. Right? I don't know what is wrong with you folks, but it's obvious the biological chemicals are working because you folks ain't got a brain to piss in. Nada. Zero. Don't drink the water, Kiki. I know they always say that when you go to Mexico, Kiki. Don't drink the water. Well, there's a reason they tell you not to drink the water, folks, because the water is not treated. That's why. Yeah. Oh, no, they don't want to do the work. They just want the money. You got that right, Kiki. Right? Now, a lot of people are pissed. I'm like, there ain't nothing I could do. I'll support the police, but I will not support the police when there's evidence showing that these police are corrupt. I can't back them. Right? Everyone's telling me, you got to do so. There's nothing I can do. They're corrupt. There's too much evidence against them. They're corrupt. Nothing I could do. People made calls. No one came. And then one person that everyone was calling about made a call. And the next thing you know, everybody's gone crazy and getting picked up. It don't make sense, folks. Corruption? Probably. Affiliated with the gangs, the Rolling Thunder or the biker gangs out here? Probably. Indiana's one of the biggest rolling biker club association things. They just come up with, I ain't never seen no Sons of Onarch or whatever out here. Right? I've been out here 30 something years, folks. I've never seen no biker club, the Sons of Odin. I ain't never seen no club out here. I've seen let me show you let me tell you what biker clubs I've seen. And most of them haven't even done anything wrong. It's these other idiot biker clubs. I've seen the warlocks out here. I've seen what's that? Other outlaws. I've seen the gypsies out here. Okay. I ain't never seen no Sons of Odin that all these YouTube creators are saying belonging to Indiana Biker Club. I ain't never seen no Sons of Odin out here. I've seen a couple dudes wearing other vests out here with colors and rocker panels on them. I ain't never seen no Sons of Odin. I had never even heard of these idiots. Well, it's another cloudy day today, which today was supposed to be beautiful. So my voice keeps changing. A lot of people have noticed that. Now, is it from Ohio train wreck? Probably. We got massive, massive amounts of death around us in America. If the federal government don't do something soon, shut it down, get some control, you're going to have massive amounts of death, people. You're going to have train rails all over the place. You're going to have, these people have scoped out every single train, every single biohazard chemical that they can use. The government just ain't as good as what they thought. I'm sorry, folks. Our technology is good, but our boots on the ground are horrible. They just can't do it. There's no way around it, folks. This is payback. This is payback for all the bullshit, for all the unjust in America, for all the people that were pushed aside. This might be payback, right? The Lord's working in mysterious ways. He might be. For all we know, it might have been God that derailed that train on purpose, caused an earthquake, derailed it. There ain't nothing I could do, folks. I keep telling people it'd be best for you to stay at home right now. No one wants to listen. Right? And I don't blame them. It's America. You're free. You have the right. You're right. You are free to die in America. That is your freedom, folks. That's your freedoms. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm thinking this cult that's running around here in Indiana, we're going to see another suicide thing where these people kill all themselves. Why? Because they were caught. They're going to come up with some crazy idea that it's a comet, right? We're all going to see the comet. It's an alien spaceship, and they kill themselves thinking that this comet's going to be a spaceship or something, and they're all going to go with the complete madness. And I blame you, United States government, and I blame you, secular, whatever they call these religion groups, right? Madness that they created themselves. They let this happen. So, is it the truth? Sure is. That is the truth. People just cannot fathom the truth. And they're like, you got a disability. Yeah, you're right. But see, I was around it my whole life. I might be dumb, but I ain't street dumb. And these people used me, and just like they used you, and they used so many, right? We know what's going on in this small little town. We know what's going on in Indiana. Hell, my daddy was from down south in Indiana. A lot of you might have known him, but probably not because he was around before your guys' time. Hell, do you folks know that we've taken semen from some of these and created genetically? Folks, if you folks even had a clue, you don't. But one day soon here, I will tell you folks exactly what's going on. Yeah, well, what can you do? There's not much you can do. You know what you can do? And I'm going to be honest with you folks, is prepare for it. Prepare for it. None of this stuff like Trump or Ted Nugent saying, call your congressman, don't call nobody, folks. They're not going to do anything. Right now is the time to prepare for what's coming. The government cannot get a grip on things. They cannot phantom it. Why? It's corrupt. Satan is on earth. Right? Been for a long time. Everything that these people are doing is against what the Bible said. Now, all of a sudden, the devil works for God, right? God's actually killing these people, right? God is telling the devil to kill these people. That's what they're saying when it goes against everything that the Bible states. And these people can't even see it. They can't even see it. All these secret organizations. Everybody, oh my God, there was a bag of cocaine that was dropped off at the White House. It wasn't cocaine, you effing idiots. If you haven't figured out what it was, they're walking around in circles at the White House. You folks are so stupid. I don't know what to tell you. Giant kilo, a bag of cocaine was found in the White House today. Yeah. All right. How did it get there? Well, we don't know. It could have been somebody. You're telling me we got people that are going on tours in the White House. They know every. I kept telling them, we're done with that White House. Our new White House is built and ready. You ain't getting nowhere near it. Right? Why? Because the White House has been breached. Do you understand, folks? They know every entry, every tunnel, every single thing about that White House. And the proof is in the pudding. There was a kilo of whatever dropped off there. And no one knows nothing. That's if it was even cocaine. I'm guessing it was probably a big old bag of milled military anthrax. What a bunch of idiots. And just mysteriously appeared. Giant kilo of cocaine. Are you kidding me? I don't know. Who gives a crap? I can give two shits. Ain't my problem, right? I wasn't born when the Bible was written. I wasn't born when most of these idiots did what they did. And you want family members. You people want generations and generations of people to go after the founding fathers of this country. who created this madness, which the framers went to these people and told them, this is not going to work. It might work for only so long, but this system that you put in place is not good, and it's going to crumble. It'll work, but it's going to have crumbling spots. The wall will be weak, right? And that's what happened, and they were right. Right? You had a bunch of people that came over here from other countries, took this land that belonged to the Native American Indians, right? And created this world of madness. One day people realized you all were brainwashed. Whether it be biological or whatever, right? But Kiki hit it right on the button, right? They don't want to do the work. They know it has to be done. They know the country is so far gone it needs to be cleaned. If you people think your country loves you folks, go to Japan and see how the government is over there. They spray down the buildings. They even clean their high rises. Do you folks understand that? They spray the buildings down with disinfectant. The roads, the streets with disinfectant. Do you understand? Buildings, they clean. We don't do that in America. It's an open petri dish in America, and they think all the time the first thing, we'll create something, a vaccine. Well, how about stop the problem where it lies? America is a petri dish, right? Watch these other countries, what they do. They're walking down the streets with giant hoses spraying disinfectant on the streets, and that's a country that knows what's going on. And even Putin figured it out, right? You folks think Russia is so bad. Putin even figured it out way before America. You're not allowed to eat the foods in Russia. Why? Because the food is bad. It's filled with GMO and all kinds of chemicals. Putin banned it. He even came out and gave a big speech. You folks are killing us Russians with food. Look at the West. Look at all these people. He banned certain foods because he knew it was killing his people. You can't have a country with sick people. You can't be a king with a bunch of sick people. You got no country. You got nothing. You ain't got a military. You ain't got a civilization that can stand for themselves because they're sick. They're overweight. Putin knew. And you folks didn't see, I don't know. And just saying that about Putin, people think I'm for Russia. No, I was born and raised here. My family died and fought in wars for this country. I just am tired of the madness, right? These people will create this war, right? These people will create it, folks. Not Putin, not the president. Civilization, our society, media, mainly media, will create this world. War 3, which it ain't going to be bombs, folks. It'll be bio. I'm too old to be building. My family has already built roads, right? I've already been in construction. I did concrete. I tied rebarb at 16, right? I was a carpenter. I was a landscaper. I was a brick laborer, right? My family was in the trades. We've already built skyscrapers and roads and buildings and homes for you people. We're too old. We're not going to do it again, right? We'll come in and spray everything down after these idiots are done spreading their chemicals everywhere. Too old and broke down. This is what hard labor does to people, folks. Right? You folks don't understand what hard labor will do, what a trade will do. Certain trades are very hard on the body. Right? I got hammer forearm or whatever, right? From swinging a hammer for 5-10 years, building things or whatever, right? You start to get bone splinters or whatever they call it. Shockwave from swinging a hammer and hitting things, right? Bending down on your knees all the time when you're in construction or whatever, right? Your knees go. You're carrying heavy loads all the time. What happened? Your back goes out, right? You do this for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You break down, folks. The human body was not created for massive strain on it, right? People don't understand that. Right? If we were designed to be a machine, we'd be 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall Bigfoots. Right? 900 pound Bigfoots. We're not designed for it, folks. And it's breaking down. In America, the politicians are going, what's going on? They're breaking down, government. Do you understand that? You got a civilization now that all your builders are dying. And nobody wants to do the jobs that we did. To be out building roads. Nobody wants to be out building homes. Nobody wants to be building skyscrapers. The generation that created this country is dying. And you got nothing, government. You got a bunch of spoiled rich bitches that don't want to work. You got no country. The generation that built it is dying, and the generation that's taken over couldn't build a Lego set. Do you understand? They ain't got the training. What are you going to do when our top nuclear plant guys go? And you got this newer generation running the nuclear plants that couldn't build a Lego set. You're going to have problems, folks. You're going to have problems. This country is definitely going to have problems. They couldn't build a Lego set if they depended on it. We are dying, folks. The men that built your skyscrapers are dying. The men that built your roads and the homes that you folks are living in are dying. And you don't have the proper people to replace them. You got a bunch of people. I've seen construction dudes now. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. We got guys that are out here on the road, construction crew, that look like they're ready to go out and go to the bar and party, dressed up like John Travolta on a construction crew, right? You got guys now that want to go to work looking like they're John Travolta on Saturday Night Fever. You are screwed, America, and your infrastructure and everything is gone down the tubes. Sorry, folks. I ain't never went to work looking like John Travolta, right? You got work boots on, you got dirty clothes that you wore from yesterday or a week ago that you haven't washed yet, right? Same clothes. You go to work. Most of these dudes are there for a paycheck, right? Why is the infrastructure that these people just built collapsing? Because they don't have the training. And without an infrastructure, you got no country. You ain't got nothing. They don't even teach cursive writing anymore. There's people that can't even read cursive writing. America's in bad shape, folks, and it's going to be even getting worse because these folks they've created young children now that are killers. They'll send a young kid out to do the murders. Why? Because that kid won't get life in prison. He's a minor, right? These people are using children as weapons. They just can't fathom it. They just cannot fathom the truth. It's unbelievable. We got people dying all out, dropping like flies. They ain't even reporting on half of it. It's horrible. Completely horrible. What do? Not much, folks. Start planning to move somewhere. Let this be a lesson to the other countries. Let this be a lesson to the other countries what not to do. Take care of your people. Have the best doctors you can have. Treat your working men right. And start training your kids at a young age to work, to build, to learn how to do a trade, or you got no country. You're going to have to spend money to have other people come to this country and build your stuff. Because you folks ain't got the technology to build. That's why brand new buildings are coming down, because they don't know how to build. They're cutting corners to put money in their pockets. And when you cut corners building a skyscraper, that skyscraper is going to come down no matter what. No matter what they do, eventually that skyscraper will come down. It'll collapse itself under pressure and time. Gravity will bring it down. And that's what we're seeing, folks. There ain't nothing anyone could do. You couldn't pay me enough money to solve their problems. Can we fix this? Yes. Are we going to? No. You couldn't pay me enough money. These people have foobarbed our whole country. They've screwed everything up. And then they turn around and they blame it on other countries when we can smack them in the face with the videos, the proof, documentation, everything. Right? It's the devil, folks. What more proof do you need? Right? What do you want? We're stuck on this earth with Satan. Can we get rid of Satan? Oh, yeah. We can go on a massive killing spree. Not millions, billions die. Right? One way or another, we'll get Satan, right? Kill billions. Who knows? That's what it's coming to. It's going to make a great movie. Let this be known to all the other countries. What not to do. Don't let people Create secret organizations. Don't let people create gangs. Treat your people kind. Treat them good. Be good to the people, and the people will love the king. Do you folks understand? I hope somebody in America understands. Treat your people good. For it was your people that put you in place and didn't decide to take you out. Right? Let this be a lesson to the other countries. Treat your civilians good. And in return, your civilians will love their king or their president or whatever. Right? You start taking away from your own civilization, your own society, your own people, then they're going to hate you. And that's when assassinations happen. That's when massive amounts of death happens, right? So let it be a lesson. And let it be a lesson to other countries. Africa don't even want their own people. Do you understand that, folks? Africa has already come out and said, we don't want our people back. We don't want their gay people. We don't want their people. We don't want American black people back in Africa. That's what he said, the king of Africa. Look it up. Do your fact checks. That's exactly what he said. We don't want these people back in our country. We're doing the slave trade. We're going to send them up. We don't want them. We don't want them. But, King Africa, that's in the slave treaty. We were supposed to pay them, which we did. Now we're supposed to ship them home to you. And they're saying, we don't want these people in Africa. What does that tell you, folks? What does that tell you? Now these other countries are getting hip to it, closing the doors. They'll take me. They want me. They're like, we'll take little Johnny Kramer. But the rest of you fools, no. Right? And they blame me for it. Like I'm the one. Right? It's me. Right? This little 5'7", 170 something pound dude. Well, I don't even weigh 170 anymore. I've been out working in the hot sun, sweating. I've been losing a little bit of weight. So what do? Nothing. What can you do? If you stand up against them, they kill you. If you don't do nothing, they'll kill us. Right? What do we do? Right? Well, you're right, Kiki. They are cutting corners, but you don't cut corners on a submarine. You don't cut corners on a skyscraper. You don't cut corners putting a gasoline line pipe in. You don't cut corners on these things. Or you got buildings that crumble if the wind blows. You got pipelines that the welds didn't hold up, and now you got problems. We're being infiltrated right from our own people. This politic war, religion war. And here's what's sad. It's mainly from other countries that America adapted and called their own. Right? This is the only country that has this many religions. This is the only country that has all these different categories of politicians: Democrat, Republicans, left-wingers, right-wingers, liberals, conservatives, the extremists. This don't happen in other countries, folks. It just don't happen. And people are dumbfounded. They just can't figure it out. Now, today was supposed to be a beautiful Sunny day. That's what the weather's reported. Storms last night, but today, the whole day was supposed to be beautiful, sunny, and everything. Well, they got it wrong, folks, didn't they? It's cloudy out and looks like it's going to storm and rain when it's supposed to be sunny, beautiful, and 80 something degrees, I think, today. So they get things wrong. They know it. You can't predict anything. You can get close, right? With radar, weather radar, and everything, but they can't predict exactly where it's going to happen, when, and what time. Hold on a minute. I got to refill my coffee. Oh. All right. So what do? The only thing you can do is prep for it. Food, if you can get gas mask, if you can get them paper biological suit, it's just a drywall suit. Unless you get the real biological rubber hazmat suits that are rubber. That's all you can do pretty much. And stay home for right now. Right? Gas prices are up again. Right? What can you do? They got us hostage, folks. America's being held hostage. We are actually being held hostage by big business, big corporation, pharma. Could these people have been saved? Yes, with one pill, right? They could have been saved with one pill, but their healthcare systems didn't cover it, right? It's called a parasite. These people are looking everywhere. Oh my God, what are we? Simple parasite from contaminated water, beaver fever, rabies, whatever it meant. They could have been saved. But when you ain't got the proper doctors or the proper politicians, massive amounts of people die. And that's what happened out here. And it will continue to happen unless they do something about it. And let me tell you something. The United States government has opened up the door for these tyrants, right? These people are making chemicals, building nuclear devices in their basements. And this is what happens when you give people so much freedoms. Anybody else got anything to say? Kiki says the weather people are just guessing. Well, no, they can pretty much tell you that there's going to be a weather change, right? They could pretty much tell you we're going to have rain today, right? They might be off a little bit, right? Depending on the atmosphere or whatever. It's raining, but it actually ain't making it to the ground because it's evaporating. So they can get close, right? They can get pretty close. They can track tornadoes and everything. They just can't predict where it's going to be, what time it's going to drop to the ground, how long it's going to be on the ground. Now, can we create this stuff? Yes, we can create it. We can feed a tornado with the right atmosphere. Well, I don't know. This is my rant and rave of the day. Do I think America's the greatest country in the world? At one time, right now, no. No. It's the greatest country in the world for the countries that we go and protect and clean their country, right? We go clean their country. They think we're the greatest country. But as America is over there cleaning that country, our people in our country suffer and die. Do you folks understand that? I hope you do. I really do. I don't think you folks understand. They'll go to another country and give them money, food, and the best doctors and the best medication as their own people are dying. Does that make sense to any of you? As their own infrastructure is crumbling away. They got nothing, folks. They got a bunch of kids that were raised with golden spoons in their mouth, couldn't build a Lego set. If their hands get dirty, they got to go get a manicure. You got nothing in this country, Mr. President. Do you understand that? But a generation that just don't want to do nothing. You understand? I hope people are listening. I hope so. Because America wasn't, we pulled the curtain back and showed you it was all a farce. The United States military is probably the greatest in the world. But it don't do no good when that is even being corrupted and they're within our own military, right? It ain't doing you folks no good. So could we use some manpower up here, right, in Indiana? Yeah. Could we use good food and clean water? Yeah. Could we use medication and doctors? Yep. You're wasting our time taking people that have already been reevaluated by the best of their doctors, 5, 6 of them, gone through all kinds of tests for these doctors to say, you got problems. We know that. Right? And then to turn around and they want to load all this crap up and go through it again. Well, you got to be reevaluated. Are you people nuts? You are wasting our money. Then people are not going to change, folks. Right? They're not going to change. They have a disability. They want to come in and say, oh my God, look at, they were magically cured. It don't work that way. They're probably filled with demons. Why? Because the demon needs slaves to do his work. Right? People are wondering, what is it? It's got to be a disease. How about you try it's the devil? How about you try he's being possessed? That person is being possessed by demons. How about that? How about this whole thing? You folks only want to believe in the Bible when it works out for you. When it gets too real, you folks, well, it's just made up. It's just a book. I got up way too early. My sleeping pattern's off. Right? My back is killing me. My shoulder's killing me. My knees are killing me. I'm broke down, right? Still, do I have capabilities of wiping out all these big people that think they're something in these? Yeah, they just, if the government would have listened, we would have had this problem nipped in the bud. They just didn't want to listen, right? And some of the big dogs are saying these people in prison, if they're not in there for murder or raping and pillaging our country, let them out and get rid of the ones that are in this whole created this massive gang, which now they have proof that these government people tried to cut a deal with a bunch of madmen that have been out raping and pillaging the United States for I don't know how long, ever since I've been born. And I can remember in the 60s, the 70s, with all this crap, right? I was born in 68. I can remember being a young kid in the 70s and people talking about all this crap going on, these people doing this and that and all this crap going on, you know. And originally, these biker clubs were created for people that came home from the war and had nothing to do. And they created a biker gang to just get together and ride bikes, ride motorcycles. That was it. And then somebody took it, and what did they do? They corrupted it. That's why some of the big leaders stepped out that created these gangs, these biker clubs, because they destroyed it. It was just supposed to be a group of guys that got together and rode motorcycles. That was it. And then they took it and they corrupted it. And that's when the big leaders of most of these biker gangs said, this is not what I created, and I don't want no part of it. And they stepped down. They didn't want no part of it. There's nothing you could do, government. They've left you no option but to burn the country down and start over. That's the only option they got. What are you going to do when the people that you're locking up and putting in prison have now taken over the prisons? And the prison is just another tool for the government to use. Folks, if you thought it was God, you folks are nuts. It goes everything against what God said in the Bible. It is Satan himself. And what do? Melt the earth down. Do we have capabilities of getting to the core? Yes. You get into that core in the middle of the earth, and you're going to have problems. It's over with, folks. Hey, good morning, Rick. So what do? Nothing. Stay home, get prepared, get ready. There's going to be a lot more storms. The weather's going to be changing dramatically. Stay home if you can. Pretty soon, it's going to be so dangerous where the American citizen will not be able to go to work because it will be too dangerous to even go to work. It's already too dangerous for our kids to go to school. Now it will be too dangerous for the American citizen to even go to work and provide for their family because America decided to turn things over to Satan. Now we all got to be marked by the Satan just so we can make money, right? That's pretty much what's coming next, right? You won't be able to buy, sell, or do anything without the number of the beast tattooed on you. Like, this is ridiculous, folks. Put me in the White House and I will end this country's problems. Okay? You put me in there and I guarantee you, within a year, this country will be top shape. Our kids will be able to go to school. Our streets will be saved. You know, we will save our streets and we will save our citizens. Put me in the White House, and I guarantee you within a year, you will see massive amounts of changes. Now, don't come knocking on my door complaining. There's only one way to handle this problem. The United States government knows this. The Pentagon knows this. CIA and Homeland. There's only one way to solve our problem in this country. That's it. There ain't nobody arguing with me on this. There ain't no politicians or anybody. There's only one way. And that's it. They know it. I know it. And I hope you folks realize that. We cannot continue to have this in our country. We cannot continue to have these organizations. We cannot continue to let Satan thrive in our country, or this country and your children and your grandchildren and their grandchildren will be doomed. There's no other way around it. Now, I do believe it can be stopped, but you will have to use violence and you will have to use force. And that's it. These people are not going to walk away. You think you're going to negotiate with these people. There is no negotiating. We do not negotiate with terrorists, foreign or domestic. I'm sorry, folks. And all these organizations have been put on a list as terrorists. Terrorists. Domestic terrorists from our own country. And there's nothing we can do except for clean the country of the madness. That's it. That's completely it. Well, sure, the government will cut deals with these tyrants, with these madmen, and they'll kill people that are standing up against them. But the proof is you folks thought it was God the whole time. It ain't. It's the devil. They've already cut deals with gangs, people that are stone cold murderers, right? They've cut deals with the mafia. And now they're all sitting back going, we should have killed every single one of them. Yeah, you should have. You should have. You didn't do any good for the American people. They didn't do one thing good for the American people out of all this. You still got the mafia that's thriving. You got the gangs, the biker gangs that are now feeding off of the mafia, which operate just like the mafia. You got all these religious groups that are just as crazy as any of these biker groups or any of other groups. You got problems, America. And when you can't face your problems, when the president can't wake up and realize our country is dying, if we don't stop this, we're going to have 352 million people gone crazy and overthrow the government, right? And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Government ain't getting nothing done. The police are arresting people that shouldn't be arrested. Police are attacking people they shouldn't be attacking. They should be attacking the other people. It's like fallen angels. I'm like, it's finally the end times, folks. Here is the main thing that destroyed America, was America believing that we had allies. We have a few allies that are with us through thick and thin. But we also had a lot of countries that were saying they were our allies, that now we have found out and figured out that they were the ones that were helping these people behind their back. It's very, very, very evil, folks. Very deceiving. Very ugly. One day they love you, the next day they'll kill you. Very deceiving. You can't trust these people one bit. Why? Because they're the devil, folks. Don't ever trust the devil. He's come to steal, lie, pillage, and rape, and kill, and steal, and whatever. Right? He'll steal your light, your health, everything. And that's what we're seeing. There ain't nothing I can do about it. They don't want me in the White House because they know exactly what's to be done. They can compromise with these people. I'm like, you can't compromise with these. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. The next day, they'll be in the streets blowing shit up, killing people, and doing the same thing after you paid them $17 trillion and thought you cut a deal with them. You people are so naive. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. And just because certain people are saying, well, Putin's starting to use his head, people think we're communists. I'm like, no. See, we used to be friends with Russia. Do you folks understand that? Why? Because at that time, we had peace with Russia and it worked out great. Our gas prices were down and so many other things were down. Why? Because we were friends with them. The same thing with China. And now you folks want to go to war with these countries. And we're like, well, wait a minute. Something went wrong somewhere down this road. We were friends with them and everything was going great. For one, Russia has always been a main power. Do you understand? A main powerhouse in this game. And for America to turn their backs was horrible. Right? Now our gas prices have skyrocketed. Everything's gone crazy. Then that wasn't good enough. America wanted to pick on China now, where we get mainly all of our electronics. Hey, if you guys want to spend $20,000 on a TV in America, go right ahead. Because that's about what it's going to cost. Right? You ain't got the resources, you ain't got the capabilities to mass produce these things. You ain't got the chemicals to build these things. You ain't got the structure to do it, the manufacturing at that price. You can't do it. And you folks want to mess with them. It's unbelievable. I do agree with some of the politicians. These people are creating our problem. We should be friends with Russia. We should be friends with China. We should be friends with everybody. But we don't trust anybody now because these people are stabbing us in the back. So, right, we're shelling out all this money to these countries and we just ain't getting anything back. The intel that they are giving us is not good intel. Why? Because it's the devil. Some people say it's the Smiths, right? That's what a lot of people now are saying. It's that dude. What dude? What, you know how many Smiths are in the America? What dude is it? Right? I have no idea. A lot of people are saying it's this guy. I don't know. For all we know these people. They're right underneath our noses. It would be good if they told us this stuff. You know, I've been watching these church channels and they tell you, this person hates you, trying to destroy your world. What person? If you know that this person is trying to destroy my world and you're some kind of a prophet, who is the person? What's their name so we can stop this madness? But they'll never give it to you, will they? This person, what person? What person is causing this so we can stop this madness? Right? We see it all over. He who controls the airwaves and the sky controls the world. No, I don't know. I got work to do. You folks have a good day. Thank Kiki Man for showing up. Thank Ricky and Compton and everything. This is stuff to think about, folks. You know, 30 years ago, I could give crap if you folks lived or died. And that's no joke because I was wrapped up into things, right? I was a big drinker, big partier. I worked, but I was in so much pain from my accident. I was trying to kill the pain, just to function, just to go out and make money, right? The pain is gone, right? But the disability is still here. I've overcome and adapted the pain without pain medication or alcohol or anything like that. Is the pain, is it painful? Yes. But if you were raised in a military family or know anything about anything, warfare or anything, you have to deal with the pain. And that's what I've done. And pain will drive you crazy. Pain will make a man do things he never thought he would do. Right? A little bit of time, a little bit of pain over time. And next thing you know, you got a madman on your hands. So the art of war, a lot of people are talking about, the art of war. There's a book out there. You should read it. I don't have to read any book of war. You people are nuts. I'm this close to labeling America as a terrorist haven, anarchy, whatever. We got to bring structure back, right? There ain't no art of war when I drop something on this country, and there is no country. So go back to your YouTube channels that claim they know the art of war. There is no art of war when I put a crater in this country. Do you understand? I get in the White House and I'm going to wipe this country clean of you sick pricks. You ain't got no rights to go out and rape, pillage, and destroy this country. Do you understand that, folks? You got the right to be a peaceful citizen. You got the right to uphold God's law and our country's law. You don't have the right to create your actions and your killing fields. You got no rights. There is no art of war when I gas this whole country or drop 3 Tazars on it. There's your art of war. What are you going to do now, Griff? This ain't hand-to-hand combat. I told you folks, your guns ain't shit. Baby crap. When you come across the greatest thing in the world, the Mother Green and the killing machine, your guns are shit. Nothing. Your art of war is nothing. Your little books of the art of war are nothing when we decide to wipe this country clean. So go ask Griff about the art of war. Because it's obvious you know shit. When that little green light comes down from my satellite and wipes your brains clean and this country clean. I don't know what to tell you folks. Keep reading your books that were made from people that were idiots. Written by a bunch of madmen. Now, I got work to do today. Hopefully the sun comes out. Lord, if we can get a little bit of sun today. We do need the rain. I do want to thank the Lord for the rain, right? But the atmosphere is so full of chemicals right now. It's probably acid rain. So we're danged if we do. We're danged if we don't. But there ain't nothing anyone could do about it. These people attacked us, civilians, with biochemicals. They've been corrupt. They've been doing everything. I imagine there will be a retaliation, but the real shit, not no fake ass basement shit that these people cooked up. You know, the real crap, government milled shit. Right? There's nothing anyone could do, folks. They created the madness. The government knew they could have shut it all down. They could have went after these organizations. They could have done a lot. They chose not to. There ain't nothing anyone could do when somebody gets in there that's got a brain. You know, once we get the right guy in the White House, yeah, you're going to have craters in our own country because it's corrupt. It's been infiltrated. The only way to do this, you got to wipe it clean. You can't say, oh, well, we're going to talk about it. There ain't no talking. You don't deal with the devil. There ain't making no deals with the devil. That's just my opinion. It's going to make a great movie, folks. A lot of people are pissed at me. A lot of people tried to kill me. A lot of people are doing bad things to everybody, right? Even family, right? These people are trying to get to me through family. Well, we got this person. We got that. I don't know what to tell you. I warned everybody. Don't. It's a power struggle for this country, and we're not backing down, right? The American citizens have had enough of the madness. They can't even send their kids to school. You can't even let your kid play out in the front yard without them being kidnapped. Or, America's had enough. We're waiting for the right guy to get in there. And it's inevitable. There's no way around it. The prisons have become more stronger than the United States government. There's only one thing to do, right? There ain't nothing anyone could do. That's why everyone's packing up and leaving. That's why no one's sinking money into this country. Why? The buildings will be destroyed. They'll just burn it down in a riot with Black Lives Matter or whatever organization these politicians got working for them. They'll just burn it down. Nobody wants to put money into nothing. The ground, you can't grow nothing. The ground's been used too much. It's pumped full of too many chemicals. Why do they think that we're getting food from other countries? Because this country has been milked. The land has been milked. Everything. Even the Native Americans are saying that, look at, they can't grow nothing. Why? Because it's been pumped full of chemicals year after year. They don't even go by the Bible and plant for so many years. And then they're supposed to let the land rest for so many years before they plant on it. They don't even do that. There's so much anthrax within the ground itself. Anthrax is a natural thing, folks. It's even in the dirt. These folks are so dumb. They're like, what? Are you kidding me? No. Anthrax is a natural occurring thing within the ground. But these people are so lost. I can't believe we're killing ourselves. The country is just dying. They can't figure it out. Why? Because you got all these rich people with big money thinking, well, Listen to me. I got billions. I know what I'm talking about, right? They don't got a clue. The reason they got billions is because they've been raping and pillaging this country for I don't know how many years, brainwashing your people, telling them they need this. This is the new product today. Here you go, buy it. If you don't have this, you're not cool. We've had enough. We've spoken our minds. We've laid out the evidence. We told you folks exactly what's going to happen. And that's exactly what's going to happen in this country. They couldn't stop it if they wanted. They're out of ammo. They're out of everything. They can't do anything. It's over with, folks. Right? These guys, instead of compromising and using their brains, their testicles were so big. They just thought they just didn't have to listen to anybody. And now you got shit to fight a war. You got a country down the tubes. The next generation coming up, you think are going to save your lives? Nah. They couldn't build a Lego set. You got infrastructures problems all over, and you ain't got the people to fix it. And this country soon will be gone, folks. We'll be under a new regime or whatever they want to call it. The United States don't even run this country. It's the other countries that they let in that are running the country. Send another 17 trillion to Ukraine. Send another 17 billion to Ukraine or whatever. As your people die. Right? As they die. They made some. Is it Smith? Everyone's saying it's the devil. It's Smith. I don't. Behead him. If everybody knows who this guy is, right? They're popping up everywhere. The name Smith just won't go away. It's popping up in every YouTube case. We've seen it in the Kylie Rodney case. We're seeing it in the Delphi. We're seeing it in all these. Hell, President Trump even said it. He mentioned Smith. Well, who didn't? Right? Oh, Joe Biden probably gave up the whole drug cartel or whatever. Everyone's thinking it's the Mexicans. It's this. It's that. It's a bunch of them probably. Who knows? Big giant organization. What do you do? Nothing. You got to make a crater in the middle of the ground. Right? I don't know. You got to drop them all. What do you got to do? Oh, there's nothing you can do. Pull out of America and drop it. It's the devil and it's corrupt and he's turned America into his little safe haven. America's got to go, folks, for mankind, really. We don't want our children and their children and their children to be slaves to this great Smith dude, or whoever they are. I don't know. They're popping up all. We got the one case going on. The Smith's name is involved in that. We got the other murder of the other kids. Ooh, it's Smith's name in that. We got Trump on there saying that they mentioned Smith, very evil person, vicious. Well, chop his head off. What do you want me to do? Huh? What do you want me to do, Mr. Trump, Mr. Biden? What do you want me to do, Homeland Security? Right? I'm a 5'7" disability person, worked my whole life. Nothing was ever given to me free. What do you want me to do? There ain't nothing I could do. You folks created the madness, not me. I have no idea who they're talking about. Ain't my problem. I didn't create the madness. I don't sell drugs. Right? We got Trump on there telling this guy that he's not going to allow them to sell their drugs if they don't stop doing what they're doing in America. That was your first mistake, Mr. Trump. You should have found out who it was and decapitated him right off the bat. Public made a scene. Right? That's what they should have done.
We are unavailable to take your call.
But they
Please
did.
leave a message and thank you for calling.
Hold on a minute. Hello? Really? Well, who is it? No, I don't know. I've never heard of them. No. Man, we're getting that problem. Well, they get themselves in trouble, and the next thing you know, they start mentioning they know everybody. Yeah, yeah, that they're mysteriously they're related all of a sudden. I know. No, go ahead and handle it. I have no idea who they are. No, no. All right, all right, bye. All right, I'm back. All right, yeah, it's a problem, folks. Whenever I don't know. All I can say is government do their jobs. Uh, yeah, do your jobs. You won't have this madness, right? For one, it was horrible that the government tried to cut any kind of deal with Satan, right? That was their first problem. And now they know, right? That it was their problem. And these people they'll do anything. They get themselves in trouble. The next thing you know, they start mentioning names. No, we had that one idiot on YouTube that was supposedly involved in the Delphi case, right? He claimed I've never met the dude in my life, but yet he claimed I knew who he was. Never met the dude in my life. See, these people will try and suck you down. They'll throw out names that I had no idea who any of these dudes are in the Delphi case. And the reason is because I started investigating the Delphi case and doing Delphi videos saying, I ain't buying their crap. This is something fishy is going on, right? These guys created this madness. And what happened when they started getting in trouble? They started mentioning people's names on YouTube that were investigating them. And they went ahead and just said, oh, we know this guy. I have no idea who them idiots are. I've never met them in my life. And that's another thing. This government could have solved that case real fast, but they went and believed all these people. I have no idea who them people are. I've never met them in my life. And just because they came into my chat, because I was investigating the Delphi case and saying that it's a farce, these people are scamming you folks, and them themselves were involved in it, and they were trying to make people think otherwise. They were just mentioning all kinds of people's names that had nothing to do with nothing, right? That is what happens, folks, in a country that is just gone to hell. Now, I'm done. You folks have a great day. Be safe. We got to protect ourselves as citizens. No one trusts the police. Nobody trusts the government. This is bad times for the police and bad times for the government. And who suffers? The civilians. Ain't it? It's always us civilians that suffer. It always is. Quit telling people you know me. Right? This always happens to me. I know. If I didn't go to school with you, if you didn't grow up in my area, and I didn't go to school with you, wasn't friends with you, I don't know you. Quit telling people all of a sudden my name, right? They just keep. Why? Because they just want somebody to try and help them, right? They think I can't save you folks. God can. God might be able to save you folks. I can't save anybody. There's nothing I could do. It's too far out of my hands, too far gone, right? I've been here for 30 something years. Same place, same little town, right? Well, I lived 5 minutes out of town, had my own house, but they took that from me uh, because I stood ground and I had a disability, and they took advantage of it, right? Because had a brain problem. I still do. And people will try and take advantage of you. So I lost my house and they gave it to some other family, supposedly, Hispanic family or something. I don't know. I don't care. Here's the thing, though. The government is in a serious bind, and they got to solve this problem. The citizens are tired of the madness. You got homes out here that are just dilapidated, that they could have put somebody with a disability in that could afford it. The banks could have solved this real estate bubble problem that's coming. Why? By lowering the prices of the homes, by putting these people with disabilities in a home, no money down, just like the VA vets. Here we are supporting these military, supporting all these people, but yet we don't get the same things as the people that we are supporting. You're in the military or police, you get a no money down loan, no interest rate. No, this is the problem in America. Hey, I love my military, but if I'm paying with my money and creating the technology that they're using to save their lives, well, us citizens should get the same treatment as the American United States military or any politician or any police officer. Do you folks understand? I should be able to go to a bank and get a no money down loan and walk right into a house, turnkey. You make your first payments in 3 months or whatever. You know, but it don't happen that way, folks. They play favorites to these people. These people, well, they fought in a war. Let me tell you something, folks. I got technology now on my hands on technology that nobody has, that I can wipe this country completely clean. I don't need a military. Do you understand? I hope you folks do. I don't need boots on the ground. I don't need military anymore. I don't need human military men. Do you folks understand what I understand? Get out of there. I'll wipe you and your ways of war and your war books are pansy asses now. I don't need a platoon. I got technology. I got alien friends. I don't need your boots on the ground anymore. It's going to be a great war live. We showed up here to prove you folks wrong. And movies are written about real situations. I don't know what to tell you, folks. This movie is going to be huge, just like my factory that's being built right now. It's pumping out massive amounts of product for adult men. Right? Sure. Why not? I might as well join the madness crew, right? Kiki Man said, I only paid $100 down for my house and got $10 back. We closed the deal. Oh, that's a sweet deal. You can't, that's a Kiki Man. That's a sweet deal. Change your name back to Kiki Eyes. Kiki Man. I think you're a man now. I liked it better when you were Kiki Eyes. Hold on, I gotta relieve this coffee. Well, I've taken up enough time with my movie. I got things to do. Oh God, I'm getting too old for this crap. Getting too old for this crap. I'm just trying to prove a point that one day here soon we will not military men anymore, folks. There's another country that has taken steps forward that has been listening. We no longer need boots on the ground. There's no need for a military. Our technology has become so good. We don't need military men no more. Everything will be programmed into the machines, and the machines will fight the war. Amen. Here comes a little bit of sun. Thank God. I did pray for a little bit of sun today, and I hope we get it. We need it. But we also need the rain, Lord. Right? So I think God has come. He's ready for this great, massive war. He's got technology. He's got all kinds of crap. And I think he's come. He might clean the country. And this will happen around us, folks. Right? We'll still be alive. We'll be the ones that carry on God's law. I don't know. There's people saying it ain't even God. The whole time it's been aliens. That's what they've been saying. It's aliens. Can't believe. Then why didn't you tell the people that it's aliens? We are aliens. Why didn't they tell the people that? I don't know. Probably would have saved a lot of death and massacre and murders, but Kiki Man says, sorry, there is no other Kiki out there causing trouble, so I had to change. Oh, there is no other. So I had to change it, and that's both of my grandbaby's nicknames. Now I understand. All right, here comes a little bit of sun. I got to do some work today. God bless everybody. I woke up too early. I haven't been sleeping good, folks. You know, I was sleeping really good throughout the whole night, but now that thing is back, or whatever's trespassing on me, or whatever entity it is, or whatever they got going here in this small little town. And now I find myself waking up in the middle of the night, stumbling through this place. And you know what happened to me the other day? I woke up and I had a box of cereal in my bed, right? Somehow in the middle of the night, I woke up, went and got a box of cereal, and went and laid down in my bed and was eating cereal. And then I woke up and I must have knocked the box over and I had cereal all over the floor. The box fell out of the bed and landed on the floor. So, whatever this thing is, I don't know what it is, who it is, but now it's waking me up in the middle of the night and eating. Right? I'm like, this ain't me. What the heck is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Exactly what the Bible said, folks. We're all possessed by something, a demon or fallen angel, whatever it is. They're using magic, spirits, whatever. Trespassing, whatever the Bible said is probably what's going on. And this has happened to me before, years ago. I'd wake up in the middle of the night. I'd go get a bunch of cupcakes or whatever, go back and lay in bed. And one time I ate a cupcake and I didn't finish it. I fell asleep and I rolled all over it and I woke up. I thought I shit all over my bed, but it was a cupcake, right? I don't know what it was. And then it went away. then I just slept through the night all the time and didn't wake up and get any food or anything to drink or anything. But now that thing is back. I don't know what it is, who it is, what it is, but now it's waking me up in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I guess it's hungry or whatever. It gets food and goes lay back in my bed. I had to pick, a couple handfuls of cereal off my floor. It's like, what the heck is going on? I don't know what it is. Either I got to take medication to sleep at night or what. I'm not sure. Uh, who knows? Maybe they're putting meth in the sugar and flour. Right? Now, I wouldn't doubt it. If someone came to me and said they've been contaminating the sugar, the flour, and it's got meth in it, it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all. Not at all. Why? Because they fired all the inspectors to inspect every piece of food that came into this country, every inspector that inspected every piece of lot that came off of these factories. They fired them all to build the great killing machine. And what happened? The Trojan horse came in, and I wouldn't doubt it if they contaminated flour, sugar, conventional sugar powder with meth or cocaine or whatever. And it got through, and it's being distributed right through America. Yeah, it happened with moonshine. A big giant shipment of moonshine got mixed up with gallon jugs of water, and people were drinking water thinking it was water and it was moonshine, and they were walking around all drunk, and everyone was asking, are you drinking? No, it's water. Yeah, sick world we live in. Quit calling yourselves the best in the world, America. You got a lot of work to do to say you're the best. There's only one person that's the best, and that's God. King of kings, the bringer of light, peace, love, sanctuary, serenity. That's it in my book. Right? I don't know. You can hate me. Believe me, every day I wake up, I feel the hate. I feel the voodoo, all the crap that these people have been doing. I feel when they steal my soul. They did steal my soul to control me. Now, you folks have a great day. I'm done with this YouTube crap. You couldn't pay me enough. Be on the lookout in the silver screens. You'll be seeing our movies. Well, what can you do? I want to thank Kiki Man, Ricky Compton, all you great people out there. Folks, hunker down. Get ready. Slowly but surely it's coming. And for those people that say, well, you don't fight evil with evil. Well, hey, I'm here to tell you, there's no way around it, folks. If you don't get evil with these people, they will get evil with us. That's what they do. They're Satan's people, right? It's that old saying, the devil will take care of his own. And that's what he's been doing. He's been worshiping or praising all these people, making them rich, doing everything. They sold their souls to the devil, right? That's the old saying. I don't know. Now you folks want to say it's all made up. It's all in your head. You're crazy. I know that. I've told you folks I got disability problems, right? I've already admitted that. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm glad to be alive, right? But just because somebody has a disability doesn't mean that they can't discover new things, right? I don't know. Yeah, well, I'm just going to stay dumb. I've been labeled as crazy by the government. Like I've always said, a creation of God, but I'm a product of the United States government. So I'm cuckoo than a cuckoo bird. So don't pay any attention to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea. Right? Right? I don't know. I can tell you this much, though. We are at that breaking point, tipping point, where there's no option. Right? The government's been caught being corrupt. Everyone's corrupt. The religion people are corrupt. Right? You folks are spending money in your churches, and your church is going out the back door and shipping that money to another country. Sad. America is the most stupidest country in the world probably right now. They're laughing at us. Now, you folks have a great day. And if they would have listened to me, and well, if they would have listened to Chris Cornell from Audio Slave, blow up the outside. Blow up the outside, bro. I said. They should have been blowing up all kinds of shit outside the America, but they just failed to listen. They couldn't. No, I don't know. No, this country is at its end. It was a good run, United States of America. It was a good run, but it's over now. And it must have been love, but it's over now. That's another great song, right? But I don't know, maybe hire another 100,000 IRS agents, Biden. Maybe that'll get you. Maybe that'll save the country, right? It's just it's over, folks. Completely over with. This country still lives by King Arthur times, where kings came into a village that people built and just took it over. The king owns this land now, right? You have to pay the king money, or they'll kill and rape and pillage your town or family or whatever. Nothing has changed, folks. These folks still live ancient medieval times. Magic, all that crap. They never stopped, folks. They told you it wasn't real, so you folks just thought it wasn't real. But it is real. Now, you folks have a great day. I love you all. You're all great. Thank Kiki, Man, and Ricky Compton. And it's what we do. Right? It's going to be a great movie. It's going to be, eventually this will be a great country again, but not anytime soon, people. Maybe in 500 years or something. But pretty much the country's over with. The justice system is broke down. Everything. United States prisons are now calling the shot. I hope you're doing good. Your operations went good. Ricky, it's good to see you, brother. Be seeing you over at Dave's and everything. Thank everyone for stopping in. I got stuff to do now. Remember, folks, keep an eye on the weather. It can change in a heartbeat. Boom. People just don't understand weather. They think it's all, I don't know. It can drop in a second. Boom. And you got a tornado. Or you got bad weather or whatever. Right? So keep an eye on the weather. Always. We're not ready, government. I'm letting the United States citizens know, the government, you failed the test. Failed. There is nothing more important than the American citizen, the working man, our families, morals, integrity. God, you ain't got to know all the scripture. You ain't got to go to Bible school. But what you got to do is believe in God. That there was a creator, he created everything. He's nothing but love and good, and he don't work for Satan, and he don't like Satan. So I don't know. We'll see what happens the next test. hopefully the government and the citizens pass this test. We are evaluating America, and we hope you guys pass the evaluation. We really do. Now, you folks have a great day. Keep an eye on the weather. I want to thank all my great people at this channel, all mods, chats, and people that come in. And I don't make no money off of YouTube. I was raised differently. The only way I know how to make money is different than ripping people off, scamming. I don't know. You wanted a movie? I gave it to you. You wanted mass chaos and commotion? We gave what the people wanted. Right? They wanted blood and guts and all that stuff on them. We gave everybody what they wanted. We're here to give you people what you want. You want peace? We'll give you peace. You want health? We'll give you health. You want food? We'll give you food, water. You know, we just give you folks what you want. Why? Because that's what you do. Please the people, and the people will be good to you. I don't know. You're all right. You folks have a great day. Be safe. Keep your eye on the weather. Thank everybody for stopping in. Love everybody. I got work to do. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much.